You never spoken to Trudeau, have you?
No, I don't like that guy. He put a journalist in for finance minister with no skills whatsoever in finance. Never ran a bank. I mean, why would you do that? And of course, she's a total failure.
I just hit 30,000 subscribers. I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for your support. It means the world to me. Can we please keep it up? Subscribe. Kevin O'Leary. I am jealous of this guy. The way he talks, I wish I can talk that way, but I don't have the words. He has the words. The way he describes something, the way he tells a story, he is so convincing. And he describes Trudeau here and Freeland. Nails it. Hits it out of the park. And I'm blown away when I listen to the guy because I'm like, yes, why can't I say it that way? You have to watch what he says here. Watch to the end. He says something great at the end. I don't know if I'm going to interrupt. He says it so perfectly. Why am I so like, I don't even know why. Like, why do I got a hard on for this guy? So I just like the guy. Okay. I just like him. Take a look. Take a look.
It's brutal. It's brutal. It's unbelievably brutal. I mean, that somebody just took a pot shot at Trump. That was just weeks ago. Imagine how that sobers you up. Take a bullet in your head. Like, that is just life-changing for sure. And I think, anyways, I did it, and I experienced something I'd never done before. That was the comfort zone thing I was talking about. Not doing that again. That was just unbelievable. But it did open my eyes up to politics, and anybody that's thinking about doing that should really do some soul searching about, is this what I want to do? Is this how I want to spend my hours of the day? Because 50% of the people, no matter who you are, hate you. They just hate you. And that's the nature of our democracy. Good, bad, and ugly, that's just the way it is.
You never spoken to Trudeau, have you?
No, I don't like that guy. Not because he's a bad person. He's just a horrible manager. He's the worst prime minister the country's ever had. And I spend a lot of my time explaining why he's so bad, because there's an election coming up. It could happen any week, actually. He's down to almost he's one non-confidence vote away. Parliamentary system from Britain,
Testing.
You need to have a coalition that keeps you in power. Your cabinet keeps you in power. When people start to lose confidence in you, you start making alliances with your competitors. In his case, the NDP, which is a socialist party. But now they don't like him either. And so he's very, very, in very precarious position. But he's had a great run over 9 years. He brought the country to its knees. Unbelievably bad management. The way you should do it in the parliamentary system is, you're the prime minister. You don't have to run anything. What you have to do is hire good managers for the seats of finance,
There's nothing
military
to do.
procurement, environment, these different cabinet positions. You hire them and you put these people in place, and they work for you. Now, if you don't have any skill at that, you're screwed. For example, he put a journalist in for finance minister with no skills whatsoever in finance. Never ran a bank. I mean, why would you do that? And of course, she's a total failure. It's unfair to put her in that position. She decimated the company. Capital's leaving Canada like crazy. When she started, it was coming into the country. Now it's leaving. I mean, like, it's sad. It's just sad. It's so unfair to her to do that to her. Put her. I mean, imagine when she goes to a G7 meeting or G20 meeting. They must. I mean, everybody in there is from the banking sector, global banking, and she's a journalist. I mean, they must look at her and say, "Why are you here? Do you want an interview with me?" I mean, I just can't imagine what that's like. Anyways, we got to get rid of him. I can't say enough bad stuff. I spent a lot of time saying it. I go up there and I point it out to people. But remember, you got to respect the success he's had. He's one of the most successful prime ministers in history. Staying in power that long with absolutely no executional skills is remarkable. It's just remarkable. What he's going to do afterwards? Well, he won't be running any of my businesses, I'll tell you that. I mean, my goodness, you wouldn't put that guy in a candy store. They'll go bankrupt in the first 48 hours.
He's the most hated prime minister. I'm from Mississauga, so
Yeah.
a few of us are Canadian.
You know
but
what
yeah,
I'm talking about.
You go to Alberta, and he's just like,
No, I
oh
do
my
go
God.
to Alberta.
Yeah,
I do go to Alberta.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's they want to leave. Alberta wants to leave Canada. They can't take it anymore. They have all the wealth there, and they're paying for all of his mistakes. I went to I was going to go to a
Listen to
wedding
this.
in Egypt recently. Very famous entrepreneur.
Going to
Ankar
Egypt.
Jan had a wedding. It's famous. Like this, he took over the Sphinx and the pyramids. And I was going to go fly there, and I showed my Canadian passport. They said, "Oh no Canadians. You need a visa." I said, "What? I'm a Canadian. Everybody loves us." He said, "No, they don't. We don't love you. Your guy came down here and pissed off every Egyptian." I didn't even know he did that.
What did he do?
I have no idea, but they wouldn't let me in the country. Same with India. He pissed off the Indians. This guy took a golden passport and turned it into. How could you possibly do that? He shouldn't ever go anywhere. Don't say anything. Don't go anywhere. Stay in a closet and be quiet for now, because you're killing the country. I had no idea that had happened. I had to use my Irish passport to get into. I'm very fortunate. I have an Irish, I have a Canadian, and I have an Emirati residency card. I want to become an Emirati citizen. I love that country. And I tell you, that guy is bad news. And I'm just telling the truth here. It's very important that he move on. Very, very important. Richest country on earth per capita in terms of resources, run by idiots.
We're all poor.
That's
Sad.
what Canada is. And it's got to change.
What do you say there? We got to move on, obviously. But what did he do when he instantly got hired? He made his cabinet weaker on purpose. He made his cabinet 50% women. He didn't take the best. He was more focused on gender, equality. That doesn't bring out the best. He's not hiring the best. That's like saying I'm in love with dwarfs, so I have to make the cabinet 50% dwarfs. When you hire people on their gender, you're going to have the worst army, the worst country, and the worst government. Such a good point. Hired a goddamn journalist.
She's welcome to come on. I would love to
I
get to
know.
talk to her.
I'm sure she'd be very exciting.
I-
Actually, you could make her exciting, probably.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Somebody said she's a good roller skater. That's what I heard, which is crazy.
That's about it.
I mean, look, we're going to wrap it up soon, okay?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
please.
saying? Okay, done.